I dare you to comment your favorite women's champion of all time. And welcome back to the channel, guys, and today I am going to be drafting an all-women WWE 2K20 universe mode. To do this, I have set up a brand titled Evolution. We're going to go into the championships real quick. You see that the main championship is the women's championship. The intercontinental / mid-card title, if you will, is the Divas champion. We have the women's tag team championships, and of course, the women's Money in the Bank. What would be a universe mode without doing a little draft ski? So right now, the #1 pick for this all-women's universe mode show is gonna be, pardon the interruption, but if you are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button today because one, it is absolutely free, and two, you can subscribe at any point in the future, and we're almost at 30K. The road to 30K is oh so close. While you're already down there hitting the subscribe button, can we hit 600 likes in the first day of this video being uploaded? I think we can. The very first pick on this all-women's universe mode is Alexa Bliss. Now, I don't really think I'm gonna be drafting in any specific type of order, but Alicia Fox is next. I'm definitely going to take Asuka and Kairi Sane as the Kabuki Warriors to fill up that tag division. So let me go ahead and grab Kairi Sane as well. I'm going to draft Bayley, but I'm going to use this Bayley 20 call that I found on Community Creations. I feel like if I'm drafting an all-women's show, I need to get Becky Lynch, the man, as well. You know what? Bring Beth Phoenix over to this all-women's universe mode roster. I want a legend. Bianca Belair might be the greatest draft pick in this draft, if you know what I'm saying. The star of the tag team scene will definitely be the iconic, so Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, come on down. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Peyton Royce as well. A tag team that needs to be in this women's tag division has to be the Bella Twins. So go ahead, let me get Brie Bella, and let me go ahead and scroll through to grab Nikki Bella as well. Because I'm gonna be honest, man, the Bella Twins versus the Iconics, that is marquee if I have ever seen it. Candice LeRae is going to be a huge addition to this women's roster. You gotta grab the fabulous one. You gotta grab Carmella. You know what this universe mode needs? Charlotte Flair. Would it really be a Phoenix Nitro draft video if I didn't draft Dakota Kai? But I also want to draft her with a tag team partner. So I'm gonna go ahead and scroll through. Let me go all the way to the T's because Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai the Fly Kicks are coming to this universe mode roster. Let's go ahead and grab Dana Brooke as well. Hey man, Ember Moon is killing it right now, so we're gonna go ahead and grab Ember Moon as well. How could I not grab the current NXT Women's Champion, Io Shirai? I'm definitely picking up the Genius of the Sky. It's a woman's right to get drafted in this little universe mode, so with that said, Lacey Evans is getting picked up. You know what? I'll go ahead and grab Alana as well because somebody needs to have somebody to put through a table. Going with what I did with Beth Phoenix, I think picking up Lita would be a big Legends pickup. And I have to draft Liv Morgan. If y'all did not know, Liv Morgan, I think, has all the potential in the world to be a WWE Women's Champion someday. Maybe that day is today in this universe mode. I'll go ahead and draft Maria as well. While we're at it, I'll go ahead and grab Maurice as well. There will be no retribution, but give me the Blasian baddie. Bring me a Yim over to this roster. Going along with the picks of like Beth Phoenix and Lita, I want Mickie James. I want a veteran on my roster. And speaking of veterans, give me Molly Holly, even though Molly Holly don't look like Molly Holly in this WWE 2K20 game. Hey, and when you talk about veterans into the division, you gotta bring in Naomi. You know what I'm saying? Naomi's got some experience in this women's division compared to some other youngins on this roster. Hey man, I know this is gonna ruffle some feathers, but I am not drafting Natalya to this dang roster. She's not like most girls, but she is getting drafted all the same on this brand. Let's go ahead and pick up Nia Jax. Nikki wants to play, and Nikki's gonna get drafted too. I would be a fool to not draft Rhea Ripley to this brand. Go ahead and bring on the brutality, if you will. You know what? I'm not going to draft Ronda Rousey. I'm just going to put it out there just like that. Hey, but one person I definitely am drafting is Ruby Riott. I feel like she could easily be the women's champion at any given point. I'll even pick up Sarah Logan too, because I was actually a big fan of Sarah Logan. And I got to pick up the boss. I got to pick up Sasha Banks. Now, while in NXT, she's really only used as a manager, I'm definitely going to pick up Scarlett because I'm a big fan of Scarlett's in-ring work. I don't know if you guys have ever really seen Scarlett in-ring, but I think Scarlett in-ring is really good. Shayna Baszler is definitely getting picked up for this roster. Another call that I have that is getting drafted is Shotzi Blackheart. I think Shotzi on this roster would be excellent. Sonya Deville, bring it on over to the women's roster. I feel like you kind of just need Tamina on your roster, you know? She'll be at the bottom of the rankings, but you need a Tamina Tamina on your roster. It is Tony time on this all-women's roster, let me tell you. Going in the same vein as picking up Beth Phoenix and Lita and Mickie James, etc., I am picking up Trish Stratus for this all-women's brand. And for the last pick, I am taking Zelina Vega because I am a huge fan of Zelina Vega's in-ring work, and she ain't getting fired on my show. So that ends up with 45 women selected in our brand. So our divisions look like this. The women's champion, the main women's champion, is Sasha Banks. Starting off, we got Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Shayna Baszler, Io Shirai, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Liv Morgan, Mickie James, Bayley, Lita, Trish Stratus, and Beth Phoenix in this division. Now, I did not do the division rankings per se. I allowed the game to do what they did after just throwing the people I wanted in that division. So moving along, we got the Divas Championship division. Toni Storm is going to be starting us off as our Divas Champion. We got Shotzi Blackheart, Maria, Maurice, Alicia Fox, Tamina, Lana, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Nia Jax, Ember Moon, Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, Lacey Evans, Zelina Vega, Candice LeRae, Mia Yim, and Molly Holly in this division. And wait a minute, there's somebody that's missing. Hold on. There's somebody missing, and that is Scarlett. So Scarlett, well, okay, Scarlett got put as number one now. Interesting. Moving forward, though, we got the Women's Tag Team Championships held by the Iconics. And we got Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross in this division, the Bella Twins in this division, the Kabuki Warriors in this division, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville in this division, and the Fly Kicks in this division. So with all that set up, we are now simulating to our very first WrestleMania. So at our WrestleMania pay-per-view, Bayley is opening up against Lita, with Lita picking up the win. That's a big match right there. Shayna Baszler defeats Sasha Banks. Bianca Belair defeated Liv Morgan. Candice LeRae defeated Ruby Riott. Hey, these are some bangers right now. Io Shirai defeated Mickie James. Shotzi Blackheart defeated Dana Brooke in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Nia Jax defeats Mia Yim. Alexa and Nikki win the tag team championships from Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Nikki Bella and Brie Bella defeat the Kabuki Warriors. We have Tegan Nox winning the Divas Championship from Scarlett. Okay. Charlotte Flair defeats Beth Phoenix in a singles match. Trish Stratus defeats Becky Lynch in a Extreme Rules match. In the main event of the evening, Ember Moon defeats Maurice. So Shayna Baszler is our women's champion right now. Sasha Banks lost the championship to Bianca Belair, who lost the championship to Charlotte Flair, who then lost the championship to Shayna Baszler. Meanwhile, Toni Storm lost the Divas Championship to Candice LeRae, who lost the Divas Championship to Alicia Fox, who lost the title to Lacey Evans, who then lost the title to Scarlett, who then lost the title to Tegan Nox. So Peyton Royce and Billie Kay lost the titles to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. That is very, very interesting. And Becky Lynch is actually Miss Money in the Bank. Year 2's WrestleMania opens up with a banger as Shotzi Blackheart defeats Ruby Riott in the opening contest. Scarlett defeats Maurice, which was very interesting. Maria Kanellis wins the Divas Championship off of Tamina. Carmella defeats Sarah Logan. Io Shirai loses to Mickie James. Naomi defeats Bianca Belair in what I am sure was a stellar matchup. Toni Storm defeats Candice LeRae. Lacey Evans defeated Nia Jax. Liv Morgan loses to Lita, but I'm sure that match was a bop as well. Kairi Sane and Asuka defeat the Iconics. We then have Charlotte Flair defeating Trish Stratus in a one-on-one match. Becky Lynch wins the Women's Championship off of Bayley, and in the main event of the evening, Sasha Banks loses to Beth Phoenix in a Falls Count Anywhere match. So Becky Lynch is the current Women's Championship. She defeated Charlotte Flair to gain that championship, but Charlotte Flair defeated Shayna Baszler to win that championship. Meanwhile, Maria Kanellis is the current Divas Champion. It appears that she won the Divas title off of Tamina at WrestleMania. The current tag team champions are still Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, and no one has missed Money in the Bank, so someone had to have cashed in. Year 3's WrestleMania opens up with a Divas Championship match between Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart. That had to have been a banger as Tegan Nox pulls away with the win. Ember Moon defeats Sarah Logan. Liv Morgan loses to Io Shirai. Ruby Riott defeats Maurice in a singles match. Rhea Ripley defeats Mickie James in a singles match. Scarlett defeats Carmella. Nia Jax defeats Lacey Evans. Lita defeats Naomi. The Bella Twins defeat Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Asuka and Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors, defeat the Iconics for the tag team championships. Bayley defeats Trish Stratus in a no-holds-barred match. Becky Lynch defeats Beth Phoenix. And in the main event of WrestleMania, Sasha Banks loses to Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship. So to gain that championship, Championship, Charlotte Flair actually defeated Sasha Banks. Was that at WrestleMania? Who knows? Tegan Nox won this championship from Toni Storm. I believe she's held this a lot. Okay, never mind. She is a 3-time champion though. Total days held was 252, so she's up there with the reign. Asuka and Kairi Sane did defeat the Iconics to gain the women's tag team championships. And no one has currently missed Money in the Bank, so someone had to have cashed in. Year 4's WrestleMania is here, and this is going to be the last WrestleMania for this little sim right now. Tegan Nox defeats Ember Moon. Maurice defeats Scarlett. Mickie James defeats Liv Morgan. Zelina Vega defeats Candice LeRae. That's a banger that has happened before in NXT, but at WrestleMania, the bright lights are on, and I'm sure that was a bop. We have Shotzi Blackheart defeating Sarah Logan. Mia Yim defeated Ruby Riott. Nia Jax defeats Carmella. We have an 8-woman battle royal between Naomi, Shayna Baszler, Sasha Banks, Io Shirai, Becky Lynch, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, and Lita, with Sasha Banks picking up that win. Molly Holly defeats Tamina. Lacey Evans defeats Toni Storm. Asuka and Kairi Sane lose to Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville for the women's tag titles. Trish Stratus defeats Charlotte Flair for the women's championship. In the main event of the evening, Bayley defeats Beth Phoenix. So Trish Stratus actually did defeat Charlotte Flair to become the women's champion. Toni Storm won the Divas Championship back by the end of the last sim. That's pretty funny to me. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville did defeat the Kabuki Warriors to get those tag titles. And no one has missed Money in the Bank right now, so someone had to have cashed in. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what happens when you draft an all-women's WWE 2K20 Universe mode. Hey, that was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. That's probably one of my favorite sim videos we've done yet. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in as always and forever. Take it easy though, guys. Peace.